Driveway mechanic here, doing some dad lessons. How to change a battery. We're doing it on a Volkswagen Passat 2009 diesel. We've ran it quite a few times to try and charge the battery, but it's knackered, so it's time for a new one. Got a new battery, it's about 60 quid. Set of spanners, 3/8 ratchet, 3/8 sockets. So here's the battery. Get a 10mm spanner. So that one there. Says on the spanner 10mm. Right, come on. You've got your two connectors on a battery. You'll always see a little plus and a minus. Let's take the minus one off first. So, things to be careful of whenever you're touching battery terminals. Be careful not to touch the spanner on another bit of metal, because then it can short, like the electric will go through it. So there you go. So you see the way that's trying to tighten now. So you see the little switch on the spanner. Switch it the other way. Take the tension off. Switch it the other way. Right. Get it all the way on. Right, that's it. Right, go on. There you go. A few more. That should be enough. Now, get that terminal and wiggle it a little bit and pull it up.
What?
The battery terminal. Just wiggle that little wiggle.
This?
Yeah. Grab like the wire at the side as well. So you're trying to like basically wiggle it off. That's it, go on, it's coming. That's it. Pull it up at the same time. There we go. Now you want to push that. Dirty work, so if gloves is best. I'm going to try and put that like behind the wire. Right, now get the spanner again. Same on the positive one. Turn the spanner the other way around. That's it. That should be enough now. Actually, another good test just before we go any further. I did check at the shop, but always, you know, make sure you've got the right battery. Terminals are in the same place as that, the same length and the same height. You don't want it too high. If the battery's too high, these terminals can hit the bonnet. Anyway, right, go on. Wiggle that one off. And try and like, always try and like wedge it behind somewhere like, so it's out of the way. Now pull this thing up gently. It's like a blanket for the battery. Keeps the battery warm and stops them from losing their energy. Right, now these cars will have a something that holds the battery in place. This one, if you come around here, Max, that bolt down there, see that one down there?
Yeah.
So I reckon that's about 13. So get a 13mm socket. Oh, 13mm missing. That's no good. 14. 13mm. Let's go and see if we can find one of them. Right. I've got a 13 now. Let's put that 13 on the end of that. That's it. Push it on. Push it hard. That's it. And put that extension in the end. Same. Push it in hard. Right, now put it all on the end of the ratchet. Push it. That's it. Right, now look at that ratchet on the other side. On these ones, the nice ratchets, they tell you on and off, so switch it to off. Right, now come down here. You're going to get it on that nut down the bottom there. You feel like it's unsecure. Now, but you want to push down on that with one hand. and then pull the end of the lever. Ah, there you go, that's quite easy. Sometimes these can be quite hard. If this was a bit more difficult, you could take this pipe out of the way. We might get away with leaving it in for this one. See, what you can do now, Max, is just, when that's quite loose, you can just spin that with your fingers like that. So, take that off. And see if you can lift the battery out of there. It's going to be quite heavy. Flick that handle up. See in the middle, there's a little handle. Yeah, it's quite heavy. So when you lift the new one in, the trick is to try and keep this up out of the way. So I'll give a hand to do that. See, it's going to be harder. What I need to do, it's easy to pull it because it lifts up, but I need to just take this out altogether. And then you see that there's a little ridge here at the edge. When you put the battery, like these edges, hook under that. That's what holds it in place. So you put it in. Make sure it's slid in there. And then we want to get reach back down. This is awkward. Yeah, you see if you can do this, Max. Do it to the front. Reach down there. Try and look at what you're doing. Wait a sec, lift it back up. You hold the camera and film. That's it. It's always easier when you're not holding the phone. So you see the way the edge of that is holding the battery, so you can tighten that by fingers. That's as much. You get the ratchet here. Switch it to the on position. Okay. Hold that one. That's it. That's it. Hold it nice and steady then. Does that feel about as hard as it was when you took it off? It's probably enough. Give the battery a little wiggle, see if it feels sturdy in place. Go on, try and pull it out. Can you pull it out?
No.
No. There you go. That should be tight enough. Right then. Finish with that. Let's get the 10mm spanner. So this is a little protector. So obviously you've got to remember now, this battery is going to have lots of charge in it. So as soon as you start putting these connectors on, there'll be power. So you might want to make sure, especially with a positive, you don't hit the spanner off any metal. You're kind of safe here because everything's plastic. But on some cars, if it was the other way around and you hit the spanner off the metal on the edge, it's going to short to the body and it will make a spark. So pull the little cap off.
This?
Yeah. And then push that on. Push it right down as firm as you can. You want to get it, push it down and wiggle, sort of like that. So you want it so it's sort of flush at the top. Right, now get your spanner. Then you got to change the spanner into the on position as well. There you go. So because it's a little bit loose, the ratchet won't work. So you go, you just get your finger. So what you do, put it back on. You have to go kind of like that. There you go. Go on, do it now. You just want to nip these up a bit, don't go like mad tight with them. And make sure that's always on nicely on the nut. Go on. That should be enough. As long as you can't wiggle it like that. Alright, now do the same with the negative one. You will find the positive is a bit bigger than the negative, so it's hard to get them the wrong way around, but it can be done. So just always double check these things over. Yeah, positive, negative. There you go. See that little smoke then? Yeah. Take it off and put it back on again. See, look, go on. See that? Go on again. It's just to show you there's power, a lot of power now, so just got to be careful. Give it a little wiggle. Flush. Right, go on. Get your span out. Ah. Right. So, can you remember what we forgot?
No. Oh, that.
Forgot to put that back on, and you can't put that back on. So take this one back off. I made this mistake lots of times. That'll do. Pull the negative one off first. Just put it back where we had it. And wiggle it off. We haven't tightened that, have we? Wiggle that. Put it there. Do the same with that one. So I'll hold that and and slide it over the battery. That's it. Keep working it down. Right, now do the same. Put the positive one on. Yep. Right. So what you do with this, put a finger on there. Go on, do it again. Now you're doing it in the off position, I think. There we go. A second, 1 second. Hold that there. There you go. Right, you do the negative one. It's okay. It feels like it's going to be scary. Just get it on nice and quick. Push it on. Wiggle it down. Right, go on, tighten that. So at the back is where, you know, there's rubber here, but always be careful you don't hit any metal. It's not too bad with a negative, but there you see, that's the tightening way, like that. So now it's tightened up a bit. There you go. Feel tight. There we go. So then put those in. Close that back over. And you can take the two clips, put them on the old battery. So a little tip for people, these old batteries are worth a bit of money just because of the scrap value. So you know, it might be worth a £5 in scrap, something like that, maybe 6-7 quid. So whenever you're chucking these away or giving them away, just know that there is a bit of value to them. If you end up having a lot of batteries, you can take them to scrap places and they'll give you money for them. Right, you hold this. Let's see if it starts up now. There we go. Dad lesson number 2. How to change a car battery. Got any questions in the comments?